Hi, I'm Robin, English teacher with Core Languages, and today I'm on beautiful Edisto Island in South Carolina. I always come here in the summer, and I sometimes come here in the winter. Are there places that you always or sometimes go to? Are there places that you never go to? When we use words like sometimes, always, or never, we use what is called adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency help us to describe how often we do something, but we need to know which ones to use. In today's video, I'm going to give you examples of basic adverbs of frequency. So the next time someone asks you, "What place do you sometimes visit?" you can formulate a perfect English sentence.
Adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency help us express how often we do something. The following sliding scale shows the range of adverbs of frequency, starting with the least frequent at 0 and the most frequent at 100. Never, hardly ever or rarely. Seldom, occasionally, sometimes, often or frequently, usually or normally, and always as the most frequent. If we use the verb to be, the adverb is placed behind the verb. The word order is subject, to be, and adverb. With all other verbs, the adverb is usually placed before the verb. The word order is subject, adverb, and verb. For example, dinner is normally at 6 p.m. This sentence uses the verb to be, and the adverb normally is placed after it. We never run at night. This sentence uses the verb run, and the adverb never is placed before it. Our cat often ignores us. In this sentence, too, the adverb often is placed before the verb. He has occasionally helped with the laundry. This is a sentence that uses an auxiliary verb. When using adverbs of frequency with auxiliary verbs, the adverb of frequency usually slips between the auxiliary or modal verb and the regular verb. He has occasionally helped. There are some adverbs of frequency that can be placed at the beginning of a sentence. For example, usually, normally, often, frequently, sometimes, and occasionally. There are some adverbs of frequency that cannot be placed at the beginning of a sentence. For example, always, hardly ever, never, rarely, and seldom. For example, normally we have family movie night Friday evenings. I could also say we normally have family movie night. Sometimes the right choice is not easy to make. I could also say the right choice is sometimes not easy to make. He can seldom attend the Tuesday meetings. Seldom cannot be placed at the beginning of the sentence. It would be incorrect to say, seldom he can attend. The adverbs Hardly ever and never are typically used with positive verbs and statements, and the adverb ever is used with negative statements and questions. For example, Beth is hardly ever late. This is a positive sentence. Beth is usually not late. Have you ever seen such a wonderful sunset? This could be considered a negative sentence because we assume that the person has not seen such a wonderful sunset. I have never been scared of spiders. This could be considered a positive sentence because the person is not scared and has not been scared of spiders. There are adverbs that specify a frequency. We call those adverbs of definite frequency. For example, every day, every week, every month, or every year. Or once, twice, or X times a day, week, month, or year. Or daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, annually. Or every X days, weeks, months, or years. Adverbs of definite frequency are typically placed at the end of a sentence, but we can also put them at the beginning of a sentence if we wish to add emphasis. For example, we watch TV every evening. Or, she goes to the gym 3 times a week. Every 2 weeks, I get paid. In the last sentence, we placed the adverb of definite frequency, every 2 weeks, at the beginning of the sentence for emphasis. I could also say, I get paid every 2 weeks. Look at the following 3 examples. Feel free to read after me and pay close attention to where the adverb of frequency has been placed in the sentence. Usually, they have a lot of free time. In this example, the adverb of frequency usually has been placed in the beginning of the sentence for emphasis. I could also say they usually have a lot of free time. Your photos are always so creative. In this example, the adverb of frequency always was placed behind the verb to be. We must never forget our friends. In this example, the adverb of frequency never was placed between the modal verb must and the verb forget. Look at the following 2 sentences. And again, pay close attention to where in the sentence the adverb of frequency has been placed. I will never forgive you for this. Here, the adverb of frequency never is placed between the auxiliary verb will and the verb forgive. Poker players are often superstitious. This sentence uses the verb to be, and the adverb of frequency often is placed behind the verb. Look at this example and choose the correct adverb of frequency. Occasionally, we go out to eat, or seldom we go out to eat. The correct adverb of frequency is occasionally we go out to eat. We do not typically use seldom at the beginning of the sentence. We could have said, we seldom go out to eat. Look at this example and try to place the adverb of frequency into the sentence. I never have gone skydiving before, or I have never gone skydiving before. The correct placement is between the auxiliary verb and another verb or the participle. I have never gone skydiving before.
Thank you for watching. I hope you now have a better understanding of when and how to use adverbs of frequency. As always, if you have more questions, feel free to comment, or if you're interested in joining one of our courses with a live instructor, feel free to message us directly. I look forward to seeing you in our next class.